Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. You know, I'm in Ohio right now, and it's actually a decent day. 49 degrees last I looked, with some sunshine, and you guys can see the river here behind me. This is an old stomping ground of mine, I guess, to shoot videos. I kind of like it down here, and I think it's good for shooting video. But anyway, what I wanted to get on here and talk about today, since I'm kind of away from my Tacoma right now, had a little bit of time to think about what I want to do with it next. And there's a couple of things right off. One that probably has already been delivered to the house, and or the P.O. box, I guess, and that is some LED headlights. I'd actually ordered some, probably, a couple weeks ago, but there was a shipping problem, I guess. They were shipped via UPS to the FedEx box, or the P.O. box rather. And if you know anything about shipping, you can't ship UPS to a P.O. box, so it was refused. So that's why I haven't done it yet. But we're definitely replacing the headlights with, and I think I said LEDs, they're HIDs. So that's upcoming, going to be done shortly after we get back to Texas. And then after that, another thing I've been kicking around is the hood struts for that heavy hood. And it's really just a matter of convenience. You know, if I didn't have the channel and look underneath the hood frequently to do stuff, probably wouldn't matter so much to me. But since I do, and I do, you know, lift the hood and look underneath there fairly frequently, it'd be nice to have hood struts. So I am going to order those soon, and then we'll do an install on those. And part of the reason I haven't done it yet, I think, is because there is some drilling involved, I believe, in the hood. And I'm not a big fan of drilling into to the car or the truck or whatever vehicle you might have. Because you just present an opportunity for rust when you do that. You know, I'd done a video not long ago putting a spoiler on a Honda Civic Sport, and I had to drill in doing that, and that was kind of painful. But we're going to bite the bullet. We're going to do it. We're going to drill. I think it's either 2 or 3 holes per bracket, and there are 2 brackets, so somewhere 4 to 6 holes I think you actually have to drill. And of course, there's always the challenge of getting them lined up right so that you only have to drill once. So we're going to do that as well. Some other mods I'm looking at doing on the truck. We're going to kind of carry on with the blacked out theme in the bed. And I haven't done this on any other bed before, on the other Tacomas I've had, but I've been looking in the bed, and it has exposed, of course, bolts, you know, that hold the bed onto the chassis or the frame of the truck, as well as a couple of grab handle looking like things up towards the front, more tie down places, I guess. But they're done in like a zinc or a chrome type finish, and they really stand out in there. So we're gonna black those out. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, whether it would be paint or maybe Plasti-Dip. I've never done Plasti-Dip before, so that might be something interesting to try. I don't know. But we're going to take care of that. And then also recently I debadged the V6 emblem, which was blacked out on the back of the truck on the tailgate. And I did that because to me it kind of cluttered things up back there. You know, I didn't really dig it. So I took that off, and in doing that I did discover that they were indeed overlays. They had simply put plastic coverings, if you will, over the chrome emblems that existed to black them out. Now, I don't really have a big problem with that. They did look really good in my opinion. So good that I really couldn't even tell that they were overlays. So I think, you know, if you like having the badges and the emblems and stuff on your vehicle, but you want to have a blacked out look, overlays is probably a pretty good way to go. They actually do a pretty good job. And I will say too, they were on there so tightly that I couldn't even pull them off once I had the badge off the car. At least not easily. I would have thought they'd have popped right off, but indeed they don't. So the next thing I think I'm going to do, because I really do want a cleaner look to the truck, is to get rid of the Tacoma emblems on each side. You know, on both sides, same scenario. They had the chrome Tacoma badging that they put overlays over, which looked pretty good. If I was going to leave them on, then that's the way I would want to go. I think they look really good with the overlays, but I think for me, I do definitely like a cleaner look, and I do think they need to go. I really don't care if people know I'm driving a Tacoma or not, so I don't have to spell it out. Anybody who knows anything about trucks is going to know it's a Tacoma anyway, so that's not really a big concern of mine. So we're definitely going to take care of that, I think. And of course, doing that the same way as before, I will run over that in a video a little bit, but there won't be a big emphasis on, you know, how to do it, because obviously there are tons of videos on that on the web already. But I'll show you my method a little bit next time I do it. And then something else I'm looking at, I need some sort of a secure way to lock up the concealed carry. I do have a concealed carry permit. Excuse me. Still getting over a cold here. I do have a concealed carry permit, and at present, other than throwing it in the, you know, maybe the glove box, or, you know, God forbid, the 2 locks that I put on the black bed compartments, and I say God forbid because if it rains, my gun would be soaked, and they're not that secure. I wouldn't want to leave anything that valuable in there, not like a gun or something. So I'm thinking I need to put some sort of a safe, if you will, in the center console. And they do make those for the Tacoma, and I think they do a pretty good job keeping things secure. You know, not only guns. I mean, you can lock up other valuables and stuff in there that you might want to protect from somebody walking by or somebody getting in there and grabbing. So I think we're gonna tackle that next. And those seem to be pretty easy to install. I believe you just take out the little carpeted piece in the bottom, remove a couple of existing bolts, and bolt them down from the inside of the safe to the existing bolts that are already in the center console there. So we're going to take care of that. And I've been kicking around a cold air intake. You know, a lot of people have asked me, you know, do you need a cold air intake with a different exhaust? And I did put the MBRP exhaust on there so I'd have a nice throatier sound, you know. But maybe I could get even a little bit more help if I had some sort of a cold air intake on. I'm not quite sure. I do think it would be interesting to find out, and I think it would be interesting for you guys too, I hope, to see if indeed putting a cold air intake on would make any difference to that exhaust note that I'm getting out of that awesome new MBRP exhaust. So I think we're going to tackle that. Kind of have to figure out what flavor I want. I don't know if there's something that would work better with that particular exhaust or not, if it even makes any difference. I will say I did have the TRD exhaust on my Tundra before, along with the TRD cold air intake. And other than hearing a little bit of a whir, if you will, under the hood, I didn't really notice any big difference. I didn't notice, you know, really any kind of a power gain. I didn't notice really any kind of a big sound change other than what putting the TRD exhaust itself on did. So I don't know, we'll see. But I think that is definitely something that I'm going to have to do just to find out for myself whether or not it makes any difference. We'll see. So going to be kind of determining which one I want. Now, the final thing, and this I really like, and this is going to be one of those must-do mods for me anyway, are the either 3 or 4 Raptor-style lights in the grill work. I just think that is an awesome mod. I think it really looks slick on the front of the truck. And I haven't decided yet whether to go 3 or 4. I think I'm leaning towards 3, but 4 looks pretty good also. And then the other thing is the color of those lights. I think almost, if not every setup that I've seen using those so far, they're amber. I'm not a big amber fan either, you know, kind of goes along with that no chrome thing for me. But I'd like to have a different color. And I'd like to have it so that they are selectable, you know, as to when you can turn them on. So they'll have to be switched separate from the just the headlights themselves. But definitely going to go with that Raptor style light setup in the grill work. And then probably a little bit down the road after that, some sort of a light bar in the front of the truck as well. We'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here. It was a decent day outside. I'm missing my Tacoma, so I've been thinking about, you know, what kind of mods I'm going to do to it next. And I thought I'd share those with you guys, let you know what's going on. Going to be back in Ohio soon, so we're going to start ramping up on the mods again. And there may be another vehicle coming down the road in a few months. Not quite sure yet. Just a little teaser for you there. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed the great scenery that we have right now out here on the river. As usual, please give this video a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you haven't before. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a good day. Bye.